right, we've reached our destination for today. Today we're going to hike the Eagle Falls Trail here at Cumberland Falls State Park in McCreary County, Kentucky. Now this trail is about 2.5 miles long. It can be dangerous in places, but it's one of the most popular trails here in the park and probably in this whole part of Kentucky. If you've never seen Eagle Falls, it's definitely worth the walk. Well, trail goes out that way. Let's head on down and see what we can see. Well, we've come down a little ways and come out on a big rock in the river here. There is the Cumberland River. And we are right across that river from the main part of Cumberland Falls State Park. And then just ahead of us here, we're on the backside of Cumberland Falls. Right there, you can see the water going over the edge. Now we've already done an adventure at Cumberland Falls, so if you want to see that, look in the other videos and you'll find that one. It's a good one too. All right, one more look at the river right as it comes down to go over the falls, and we'll go get back on the trail. All right, well, as you can see, we've come a little further up and I wanted to show you these steps. A lot of this trail is uphill. Definitely not an easy trail, but definitely worth the effort, so let's keep moving. All right, well, we were climbing the steps on the trail here, moving along right next to the river, and I looked over to my right and saw this, and I had to share this with you. What an amazing view that is. All right, well, we still got to get to Eagle Falls and we got steps to climb, so let's move on along. All right, well, we've come to a split in the trail. It says Gorge Overlook, 1/10 of a mile that way. And allow me to assure you that that is straight uphill to that overlook. We're not going to go that way right now. We're headed for Eagle Falls, and it says Eagle Falls straight ahead, 1/2 mile. And as you can see, we finally kind of made it to the top of the hill. Things have kind of flattened out here. Won't stay that way for long though. Let's move on up the trail. Well, we crested the hill and now we're going downhill. And I want you guys to get a good look at all those steps going down over the hill there. We're headed way down and we'll probably have to climb way back up. So just keep in mind that this trail has a lot of steps, and as you can see, it is rough in places. Well, this will be fun for now, but coming back out here, this won't be a lot of fun. Well, let's get on down. All right, well, we just crossed that little stream in the trail. It's definitely a pretty little sight there. And we've come to another fork in the road. And the sign says Eagle Falls, 3/10 of a mile to the right. Trail 9 loop, 1 mile. To the left, says used marked trails only. And people must get confused out here because there's a white sign right here that says parking lot and points back the way we came. All right, well, we're going to Eagle Falls, so we'll head on up the steps here and head on out that way. Well, we just came through that neat little section underneath this rock shelf. As you can see, we're right on the edge of the cliff. But here's the thing you really need to see. The money shot, folks. Cumberland Falls, like I said, the Niagara of the West. This is probably one of the most photographed sites of anything. You'll see postcards taken from this area. People post photos online all the time that they've taken from this spot. It is an absolutely amazing view. Very neat. And again, you get a little look at the beach. And the trail's coming off this rock shelf and cliff and heading on forward there. All right, well, we'll hop on down from this rock and get moving. Just all along this trail, you're right on the edge of the cliff, and there are so many interesting rock formations. And this area right here is super wet. Huh. And that looks like a little cave right there, but I don't know if y'all can see it. There's light out the other side. Very neat. All right, well, we're still moving downhill. We will most definitely pay for that on the way back out. Climbed all that way up, now we're going right back down again. And check this out. Looks like Pride Rock, doesn't it? And gonna move down the trail a little ways. Looks like there's another sign right up ahead of us here. All right, another parting of the ways. Eagle Falls goes to the right, and in that Trail 9 loop, that must be where it hooks back in from where we saw it on the other end. Interesting. Yep, we're going down this way, so hopefully we'll be getting to the falls soon. All right, well, here are the steps that are taking us down on the beach, so we must be getting close. I can remember years ago when these steps weren't here and you worked your way down the rocks. In that last section there was a wire that you let yourself down that rock onto the beach, kind of repelled in a way, and then you had to pull yourself back up that wire to get back up here onto these rocks and climb back out of here. I am sure glad they put these steps in. Well, be sure to be careful on these steps and watch your kids. Let's go on down to the beach and see what's down there. All right, well, we made it down the steps. I just want you to see how far up that is. We come off that rock right there. There's all those steps. And like I said, that last section right there, at one time there was just a piece of wire that you let yourself down on to those steps right there. And when you went to climb out, you had to pull yourself back up that wire. Ah, the good old days. I want to give you guys a look at this though. Look at this beach. Look at these boulders. That one's bigger than a house. I guess maybe all three of them are bigger than a house if you get a looking at them. And now we are right directly across from the old beach. You can kind of see the river through the rocks. And as you'll notice, there are orange marks on the rocks. That tells you which way to go. Trail gets rough through here, so take your time, don't twist an ankle. Let's move on along. All right, well, we just picked our way through those boulders along the trail here. It's kind of how I imagine the surface of the moon or Mars would be. Not easy to do, but worth it. You can see up here in the distance is Eagle Falls. Let's move up and get a better look. Well, there you go, Eagle Falls. Not an easy trail, but well worth the walk. As you can see, the little stream from the falls flows on out into the Cumberland River. We're not very far at all. Now, Cumberland Falls is responsible for this falls being here. As Cumberland Falls broke down the rock and moved up the river over time, when it moved on past here, it broke off this rock and created this waterfall. There's also another popular waterfall that's down the river a ways called Dog Slaughter Falls, and it was also created by Cumberland Falls as it moved up the Cumberland River. Now I think there's a trail that goes up behind the falls. We're going to see if we can't find that trail and get a little closer to the falls. All right, well, right down there is where we were just a minute ago, and we've come around and clambered up these rocks here. And we're this close to the falls now. Now, there used to be a trail that went right through there, but I just went and looked for it, and it looks like it's all washed out. It's just cracks between the rocks, and I'm not going to take a chance on that to get behind the falls. So here's a little closer look. Sorry about that, folks, but not risking my neck for a shot. All right, folks, one last look at Eagle Falls. I hope y'all enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, be sure to give us a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see y'all next time.